Now, I'm going to bring up another topic that is near and dear to you, and it's DeLorean. There was another announcement in the news about DeLorean, and we now have a reveal date, Keith. Did you know that?
Oh, I know, and I have some things to say about that.
We've got some fans of our YouTube channel that we're gonna dip into the mailbag here in just a minute. Just a few comments for you that's excited about it as well. He might even be just more excited as you.
All right. Do you want to do the proverbial good news, bad news? How do you want me to do you want me to just go on a tirade about
go on a tirade? Let's go. Let's make it fun.
And then we'll end on the positive. Is that kind of how you want to play this, or
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So yeah. I'm gonna let Captain Picard, or as they call him on the new series, JL. I'm gonna let him say what I was gonna say.
What the hell are you doing here?
So what the hell are you doing here, DeLorean? You've announced it's August 18th? It's
August
so random
18th.
I can't even remember. August
Right.
18th. So they're gonna unveil the new DeLorean on August 18th, right?
Right.
What?
They are.
Everybody knows it's October 26th.
Right.
What the hell are you guys thinking?
Right. Yep.
There is no question on what day it should have been completely unveiled.
If you guys, DeLorean Motor Company, if you guys are looking for a marketing team, reach out to us, partscountergurus.com, contact us. Here we are. I know, man. I saw that too, and I'm like, why in the world would...
Random.
Now.
August. I'm sorry. Is it the 18th or the 21st?
It's the 21st was the official, but they're going to actually reveal it on the 18th.
Okay.
So we're going to see it on the 18th, and they're going to have it on display on the 21st at the awards ramp at the Pebble Beach Concourse d'Elegance. The prototype.
So it's going to be at Pebble Beach. Okay.
That's going to be at Pebble Beach. Yeah. The prototype vehicle will be displayed there at the Pebble Beach concept lawn on the 21st.
All right. Let me do you one better.
So
Let me do you one better. Okay.
Go ahead.
Now I know what you might be thinking, Jay. You might be thinking, well, they had to do it because that's when Pebble Beach happens,
right?
And they felt like they would get the most visibility out of that, right?
Right.
If you do it on October 26th, what's a week later?
Oh.
SEMA.
What are you looking at, butthead?
You're looking more and more and smelling more like a genius every day, Keith. I didn't even think it did. It did not even dawn on me. I thought about SEMA, but not the connectivity of the dates. So
yeah, it's a week later.
Now,
I mean, roughly 10 days.
Yeah,
it
it's 10
depends
days.
on the year, right? But
yeah, it's typically the first full week in November.
Last year it started on November 1st.
November 1st, and I have been in Vegas for SEMA for Halloween during setup and prep.
Yeah.
And the first day of the show would be on the 1st or whatever. So we've done this show together a few times. So and you know what, man? It's like I thought about that, and I'm like, well, is there going to be maybe another major announcement after that reveal on the 18th? And
well, if it ain't time travel, it ain't gonna. I mean, there ain't much you can do after that announcement to sort of steal the stage, right?
Right. But here's the bigger picture of this, guys. Keith and I on the last podcast, we were excited about it. We brought this information to you, and the company has said in a formal statement that its new EV sports car will be a driver's car and not a time capsule. And the first of what could be a full lineup of electric vehicles, which is smart.
Yeah. So now for the good news, right?
Yes,
yeah. So
yes,
this is the positive. So it looks like we got to look at the rear quarter of the vehicle on the driver's side.
Yep.
And let's just pick this sucker apart, man. I see exposed metal.
Yes. Absolutely, I do.
So back to when we originally broke this news, and by the way, you can find that podcast. And I think we even we've done several DeLorean video segments on YouTube.
Right.
Make sure you're
Right.
subscribed. If you are looking for the podcast, it's on our website at partscounterguru.com.
Yep.
YouTube, obviously at YouTube, we are the Parts Counter Gurus. So I said, I need to have a version of this that is exposed metal.
Yep.
And Jay said, yes, but some people don't want to deal with stainless steel, so you need to offer something else. That could still be the case, but at the very least, it does look like they are going to have an exposed metal version.
Yes, they are. And I was excited about that when I learned that this was happening, and then they showed the teaser image, and I'm like, yes.
I mean, if that's painted, I see imperfections like you would see in
I do as well. If you look right, the edge of the tail light, how it extends over into
exactly
the body.
Where I saw it. Yep.
That's where I saw it as well, which leads me to believe that it is a metal exterior, like a stainless. So I hope it is.
Yeah,
so that would be so awesome.
So here we go. So so it does look exotic in sort of how they've done the taillights. You see how they extend across multiple body parts, body pieces.
Yep. Which is normal for electric vehicle these days.
Yeah. It does look, it appears to be a hatchback of some sort. So that could potentially is a little bit different than, its predecessor, right? Because it didn't have a rear hatch, I don't think. Or did
actually, it
Wait
did.
a minute.
Well, it had. I know it had the louvers in the back window.
Yeah, but I don't think it
thought
popped
it was
up.
a hatch. I don't know. How did they get to the? Didn't Doc lift the
back
hatch
seat.
and? Okay.
There's the
Maybe it
gull
was.
wing doors. Okay,
Coming up on a future podcast.
Yeah, right. Louvers, it does appear to have louvers. Talking about the new version, at least in the shot that they give you a pretty good look at the rear section of the car, almost to the center line of the rear of the vehicle, almost.
Right.
Okay. Right. Looks to have a really wide stance. Looks really low to the ground, so that yells and screams performance.
Absolutely,
right?
And they state that. Yes.
What else? What am I missing here?
Still going to have the gull wing doors. Everything about it is just a modern version of that iconic vehicle from the 80s, except it's going to be an electric vehicle, and obviously it's designed to be a sports car. It won't be a clug, or just a slug. It's not going to have the Peugeot. I mean, look, he was working with what he had. He had a lot of time constraints, and he had to put the vehicle out, and we get it.
He bootstrapped that company, right? Like
pretty
that
much.
He was basically a door-to-door salesman trying to make a production automobile. Talking about John DeLorean.
So here's what I liked about this, and they get into this in the article. It's with a brain trust behind the fortified company, including people from Tesla and Karma. The new EV now promises to offer more than Back to the Future nostalgia. And they go on to say, will this be what DeLorean needs to relaunch? My opinion, yeah. Yeah.
So you had
right.
suggested previously that they would be wise to lean on some of these existing EV manufacturers for their platform knowledge, and it looks like that is happening.
Yeah, it's the way it is the way to get it done. If you try to do it all yourself, especially with a company that has struggled over the years to find their identity again, not a whole lot of financial backing. I think they just became incorporated. And they're not public yet, as far as I know.
I would watch that closely, and we've talked about that because I think it's coming, and this is the same thing we just talked about with Twitter. It's going to be an expensive endeavor for them to shoulder on their own. I don't see how they can pull this off. If Rivian, Rivian had to do it early.
Can I read a comment from someone on this particular article
go for
I thought
it.
was kind of funny? So we got one guy, and his name is TX Lake Dude, Texas Lake Dude, whatever. He goes, haha, bet they will become the new Volkswagen. Car for the masses. Tesla won't do it. Too busy sticking their noses in everybody's business nowadays, it seems. Bored billionaires are far worse than COVID and the plague. Oh my God.
This is not a car for the masses, and they've
not.
repeatedly said that directly.
This is a VIP vehicle, man. This is somewhat. Look, I'm sitting across from a VIP right now who I hope owns one of these, and he and I can go on that cross country race. What is it that starts in New York City all the way to?
Well, obviously the Cannonball Run was based on it, but it's I forget. It's the name of the garage that they start in right,
which I forget.
New York. Anyway, yeah,
I'm terrible.
So yeah, that guy's not reading details, man. I mean, he's like all you got to do is directly go to the tweet, go to the horse's mouth. DeLorean is telling you it's a VIP car. This is not going to be... Dude, what rock have you, like...
Right.
And by the way, back to the rear, technically it wasn't... We're both right. The engine was back there. It was it was a hatch, but it was the engine hatch. You couldn't access the vehicle from that back section.
Yeah, just like a Pontiac Fiero or any of those.
How dare you?
Yeah, well,
bring
that was a
Fiero into the same conversation as
that was a bad... I mean...
You got any more interesting tweets that I can make fun of?
As bad as that car was, Keith, people love that thing, man.
Oh, I know.
Fiero.
Well, it was the poor man's Trans Am or whatever.
Well,
right?
when it was not catching fire or overheating, or it was not too bad, But let's see if we got another one. Well, here's a guy who says they're going to make only one for Back to the Future Part 5. I think they should make 2 just in case the first one fails to disappear before hitting a building.
Okay, dude. Crack pipe down.
Right.
Whatever you might want to hit the, the devil's lettuce a little less. They're not going to make another Back to the Future. Everyone that was involved they've repeatedly said it ain't happening. Zemeckis owns the rights to it. He's said no. It's not over his dead body. And even then, he's taken steps to make sure it doesn't happen.
Right.
So it ain't happening. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
You want to hear the funniest one? And this is great. And for those of you who know the history of DeLorean Motor Company and John DeLorean, you'll love this. This guy's handle here is Elon's backdoor Musk. He says,
I can't wait to hear this.
He goes, I heard its driving modes will be eco, normal, sport, and blow.
All right, that is clever, dude. That's
a good one.
That's an intelligent. Yeah, if you're gonna have some fun, make it an educated. Yeah,
right.
I like it.
And we all know the reference there, and we get it. And poor John DeLorean, but man, he was a visionary when it came to that. And it was a great, iconic car, and it's only a shame that he didn't really reap the rewards, so to speak, of what's going to be happening now. So he's dead? Did he pass away?
He died a couple decades ago.
Yeah. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, good luck, DeLorean.
We'll be on this, you guys. I am.
If I can get down to Pebble Beach,
I gotta say this carefully because my other people might hear me in the family, and I can't. Probably gonna pre-order one, and so you guys just make sure you hit the subscribe button. As more information becomes available, you can be sure that I will be on top of it. Jay and I.
We will be doing that live. Keith will order one. Wait a minute, Keith will order.
Well, they can't hear you. It's all right.
Okay.
That's why I got the cans on.
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes. See.
And we've established.
Well, she's gonna hear us after
she doesn't listen to the
it.
podcast. You're fine.
Yeah, she does. I've seen the comments. She does. She doesn't like you very much either. I'm telling you. She's
what?
You guys.
Sounds like you two are having some conversations without me being involved.
Oh no! It's all over the public, man. You need to read. Them
Is that on Twitter?
It's on a tweet. One of them tweeter, and she's tweeted.